Hello, Jim here, and well, I've kind of just been working on this Blaze farm of mine, and I always settle on these mob fans. I had decided against the iron spikes though; those just weren't doing it for me, so I upgraded those to a mob masher. Actually, made two, but I ended up settling on one. Here's why. So I let this run for like a good I want to say 30 minutes or so, and I got like 4 blaze rods. And so I'm like, surely there's a way. And I saw these little upgrades, so then I looked over here into the just side panel, JEI, and I looked and it's like, okay, there's all these modifiers, that's great. And then I saw this one, looting, +1, max of 10. But I was like, man, it's going to be really expensive. Maybe I can work on this over time. But then lo and behold, it's cheap. It's 4 lapis, 4 gold nuggets, and a redstone to make. And so I just made 10 of them outright. And let's see how we're doing. This has been running for about 3-4 minutes at this pace. Look at that. I'm rolling in blaze rods. I don't know what to do with all these now. Okay, I do have plans for them, but you get the idea. I mean, this is great, and the XP is coming in. That was going to stay the same regardless, but we're also getting a lot of the solidified experience, and that is actually very useful, particularly with my teleportation network. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to leave some of those here, and then I'm actually going to take all this stuff and all that. But yeah, look at that. Like, it just like ate those blazes alive and just gave me everything. That was wonderful. Man, I might have to come up with a better system for this. Is this chunk loaded? I wonder. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, I think this is chunk loaded. That is either a good or a bad thing. I'm not really sure. Hang on, let me see. I'm pretty sure that this area is chunk loaded. Indeed, it might not be actually. I don't think the spawner itself is actually chunk loaded. But if I were to do that, it could be bad news bears. But let's just find out. There we go. Alright, it's now chunk loaded. Let's see if this will run for a while. So, grab everything but the solidify experience. And the reason why I'm leaving some in there is because I want to make sure that I have a way back if I get stuck over here. Hang on, just let me double check, make sure there's no wither skeletons lurking about. I would like to kill 1 or 2 more, but no, doesn't look that way. There is a blaze that's angry at me, so I'm gonna go ahead and retreat. And I'll be right back. And I figured out what I'm gonna do today. Nothing. No, just kidding. That's what I did yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I'm sitting here. I'm going to make a lot of smooth stone bricks. Not to expand the house, even though I do probably need to finish the building I reside in. But what I need to do is I'm actually going to build a mob trap because honestly, this mob grinder is really efficient. So what I want to do is I want to pick out a spot. I'm not quite sure where though. And I want to build a good mob trap. And it's just going to be a standard one, kind of dark room style. I don't have any real spawners identified on the map, unfortunately. So that's not a thing that I have. But if I just create a dark room and I use some of these fans and all that, I should have no problem. In fact, I may have... Huh. This'll work. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so... we're just gonna build it right here. I like it. Because I had another plan for this area, but I'm not feeling that plan anymore. So let's do this. This. Actually, I lied. Not what's happening. Not what's happening. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna find a place to put it down here in the basement. Because I just thought about it, and yeah, that space would be perfect, but I don't want to look at it. And then stuff like that happens. Why are there creepers? Go away. Why is there just like a creeper frenzy around here? Are they having a convention? Jeez. Alright, well, let's block that up just in case. Alright, so what I'm thinking, though, for a mob trap is... I think I can poke out this wall, maybe? Yeah, That could do nicely. So if I do this... Okay, I know where I am. Alright. Let's do this. I like this spot. Alright, so those fans push up to 9 blocks. I think 9 is enough space to have a good mob trap. And sorry for those darting mouse movements. I had to change some settings on my Razer Naga because something was going funky. So yeah, I had to change some settings. I'm still getting used to it. It has a really sensitive liftoff range now, but oh well. I'll get used to it. I always do. All right, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope, not quite right. So I want to have it recessed a little bit. So something like this. And you know, that's actually really good looking as 7. I think I'm just going to do 7 by 7. Just because I think it'll fit a little bit better. And if I need more, I can always expand it. It's not too hard to move this around. Alright, and I'm just going to use a wrench. Because it's only a handful of blocks, and I don't really want to deal with that. Actually, I lied. Nope, totally lied. Gonna grab proper digging implement. Because I'm actually going to turn this whole thing into smooth stone brick. And that's not because, oh, I care about it being perfect. It's actually a functionality thing. And the reason is, I don't want to accidentally be, like, remodeling part of my base. Like, oh, I'm going to dig out this room here. And if I see smooth stone, for me, that's my, stop doing what you're doing. We got to figure out what this is. And it'll make me think. Whereas if it's just like, oh, some gravel, some dirt, all that stuff, I might just pop right through and find a nasty surprise inside. So yeah, I'd like to avoid that if possible. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, let's see, that works again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 9 there. I don't really want to do it as 9. Just not feeling it. Just not feeling it. So this 3, 4, 5, 6. Build that up. Then we need to knock this wall back 1. Only reason why I was thinking about leaving a gap anyways is because I want to be able to put all the kind of machinery back there, so to speak. Things like, not really machinery, but you know what I mean. I'm just gonna put all the levers and stuff over there. Pretty much just turn on permanently. I've got to fix this vertical liftoff thing. There's got to be a better way to fix that glitch I've been having. It's basically the glitch I'm having. If anybody knows, let me know. But occasionally just, like, vertical movement will not be a thing. And I'm not really sure what it is. It just happens, and it annoys me. And the problem is, I am so used to doing a liftoff because I play a lot of World of Warcraft, and vertical liftoff is just a thing you have to do sometimes. So I've got to just knock that habit out of my system, and that would be fine, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So the alternative is I find a hardware workaround. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright. And keep the same rule for I don't want to accidentally break into this room. Especially when it's a mob spawner. Because, yeah. Accidentally breaking a mob spawner is just bad news for everyone. Like, you don't want to just be digging through a floor and then, like, a creeper drops down on you. Like, a group of endermen or something. That'd be terrible. Alright, and I'll do the ceiling too, obviously. Yeah, especially in this kind of scenario, where it might be like, oh, I'm going to remodel this, you know, natural cave. Oh, look, there's a flood of creepers just flying through my base now. That's just great. Alright, a little bit of natural light. Grab a torch. Pop you here. Alright, now let's fix the ceiling. I am. Okay, I was like, am I about to back out the door? That would be terrible. Then right there, that would have been bad with Enderman. Just knock that open, let the Enderman fly everywhere. That'd be great. Alright, so... Go out. Alright, now... Just fill this all in. Again, if I need more, I can always come back and just add more to it. It's not a huge deal. Alright, just a little more. And we are golden. Sweet. Alright, now let's go ahead and toss this here. Alright, so now what I'm probably going to do is... Let's actually have the fans here. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll have an additional fan here. Or, no, I don't like that. What I'm probably going to do is just make a set of mob mashers here. More on that later. But this is going to be the mob trap. So let's do this. Little entryway for now. And then we'll have... It'll actually look pretty perfect. Yeah, I think I'll be pleased with this. So you'll have the... we'll have the item collection right here. Yeah, and then I could build like a little storage wall. Yeah, I like that. I like where this is going. Okay. So now that we have that laid out, let's create the stuff that we need to, well, get the mob trap actually working now they have the space laid out. Alright, so after a little bit of time at the crafting terminal, I've gotten everything I need to create this shindig. Alright, so we're going to place you here. Let's knock this out preemptively. This is pretty much just going to be for testing. Alright. This way. And that pushes me right up to here. Okay, so I don't quite need it right there. So you can just do it this way. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Here's the back end. I can just kind of go down the line here. I could use some redstone wiring. I probably will in the future, so I can like turn this thing on and off. Things like that, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Alright. And I like that. It pushes me right into this. That's what I'm going for. So... Alrighty, so let's grab this and figure out how I'm gonna wire this up. Maybe below? Alright, so I have gone ahead and gone down here. I just decided to... I was trying to see if maybe I could slide it out over here, but it was just looking too horrendous. So it's going to be kind of an underpassage thing, but worse things have happened. Alright, so let me grab another torch. Boom. And yeah, that'll do just fine. Let me just finish this off like this. I have something up here. Yeah. Am I really out? I shouldn't be. But I am. Alright, let's grab a little bit more before we can finish this. Wow, I was actually struggling to jump there because I was jumping early. That's actually looking pretty slick, though. I like that. Alright. So, that was my little echo dot going off. That was weird. Something else that must have sounded like ha ha ha. Alright, so stone. Yeah, let's grab a stack of that. Why not? Stone's good. Stone are good. Alright, so I'm back over here. And I'll block that off in a second, but for now let's block that off. Go down here. Lock this off. I'll replace this all with stone brick eventually, as per my little code. My own little rules I make for myself. Alright. So now, in theory, if I were to knock that out, we might see some mobs spawning in there. And if not, maybe I could get the extra utilities. Let's see here. Drop. Where's that drop of V? Here we go. Still from Wither Skeletons. Yeah, I might need to go drop of evil method. Alright, so new plan. Going to try and get drop of evil. I'm not saying, oh, why isn't it spawning already? I know why it isn't spawning yet. It's because, I mean, there's a lot of space in my world for mobs to spawn. I mean, pretty much where I'm outlining with my mouse here, mobs can spawn there, aggressive mobs. And that's 3-dimensional. So, yeah, I mean, it's no shock that they aren't spawning there. But if I can force them to spawn, then I'd be in good shape. So I'm off to the Nether again to try and get me a drop of evil. Side note, while I'm here in the Nether Fortress hunting Wither Skeletons, I was hoping that blazes might spawn in my trap, but for some reason I forgot that players have to be nearby for it to activate. I'm very spoiled by the mods that allow you to kind of cheat that, but yeah. Anyways, I'm going to find me some Wither Skeletons and hopefully get me a drop of evil. I was just here. Is this a thing now? Do you just have blocks of straight quartz now? Or is this... Oh, I wonder if this is because of the Infernal Hive. Okay. I was about to be very confused. I was like, what? But I kind of like this. I got on board with that. Yeah, give me all the quartz, man. That's just great. I use lots of quartz. I'm about to need a lot more of it. Ha! Can't get me, can you, Wither Skeleton? Take that! And that! And that! Hey, I've mastered the Master Sword. Or rather, I've gotten comfortable with it. Back to more hunting, I guess. After what I can only describe as a very painful siege, and panicking and building myself into a little hole and digging out and panic, just a lot of repeat of that. But finally got me a drop of evil, and it's because I actually found a clump of like 5 Wither Skeletons, which not necessarily good news, but I got something out of it, so I guess it turned into good news. So we're gonna take this back to the base, and we're gonna see what we can do with it. Actually, hang on. Let me see if while I've been here, my blaze spawner has given me anything useful. Oh look, 24 just from like running past it a couple times. This is just wonderful. I love that blaze spawner so much. All right, let's head back. All right, so for those that do not know, the Drop of Evil from Extra Utilities 2. Very, very handy thing. So what you can do with it is, well, it's versatile. You can do a couple things with it. But the primary usage of it, at least for me, is creating a sustainable mob spawner. Let's do this. And what we're going to do, start out over here. And we're going to very carefully... Actually, you know what? Let's just shut all these off. There we go. Shell is off, makes it easier. All right. So we need to destroy the whole floor here and replace it with dirt. Now, the reason we're doing that is because, well, the dirt will allow us to create a mob spawner using this drop of evil. Because if you right-click this drop of evil on a bit of earth, hopefully, you know, some enclosed earth, otherwise you'll end up with it just running rampant. But you create this and a little dark room, you know, outside of any natural light, and it basically turns that into the ultimate mob spawner. For those that don't remember, the old way you used to do this was something called the ritual, and this ritual is insane, but you can kind of go around it by using the drop of evil from Wither Skeleton. And that ritual, do you use it? Yeah, you do use it still to create something. But yeah, there's a ritual that creates it as well. And all you need to know is it's nuts. It is truly just absurd the amount of mobs that come out of that thing, and they're all like super powered. All right, now let's do this. Yeah, it's stolen a few things. All right. So now we're going to very carefully figure out about as dead center as this room can be, and actually I'm going to take advantage of the fact that this is off, because it's like one of the last opportunities I'm going to have to modify this space, but I'm going to push these fans back one more, because I forgot to calculate for the fact that the mob grinders are there. All right, so now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it's a true 7x7 space, because, I mean, obviously things can't just appear over here. All right. So let's then grab all of our levers. Five, 6, 7. Right. Let's knock that out so we can get out. Knock this out. Again, especially since I'm turning this into like a high power mob spawner, not just a natural one. Definitely want to make it obvious that that's what you're coming up on. Now I'm going to go around after this and line the bottom with stone brick as well. I'll probably even do a double layer, just in case. All right. That looks pretty good. There we go. All right, they're all on. They're all spinning. All right, so let's close this part up. And do it. All right, so see, already spawned a creeper. And this has light leaks. Like, that's the part that is incredible. All right, so something I want to do is I want to try and get this to be maybe a little more efficient. It looks like those are going a little slow. I wonder what the reason is. They don't really have a reason to be moving slow. Let me get some glass. That'll help me see in there a little bit easier. Glass. Doesn't need to be reinforced or anything because they can't really see me. I do want to be careful. If I accidentally start a fight between the mobs while I'm doing this, then it won't really be game over, but my spawner might break. And yes, I know my pick is broken, but I want to do this while I remember. Alright, there we go. Alright, you'll note my drop of evil is gone, because that's what I used it on, right there. And actually, this is a little bad. I wish I would put those grinders a little closer. Because it's like working, but not 100%. That was odd. Huh. This is actually working a little strangely, like... I should be hitting them, yes? It's like they're getting hit once and bounced back, and the fans don't have quite enough power to do the job forward one extra. Huh. I'm gonna investigate that off camera, but for now, I'm happy with this. This is pretty much a done deal. The one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out, I think there's an extender I can build for that fan that'll get the extra 1 block to force them into those grinders. And once that happens, we'll be in good shape. But until then, I'm peacing out. So thanks for watching. This is Kajim signing out. See ya!